Hello and welcome to MarketHacks Unplugged, your ultimate space to explore the dynamic interplay between technology, finance, and markets. Whether you're an individual seeking for smarter solutions, a startup founder scaling new heights, or a business leader navigating the digital space, you've come to the right space. I'm your host, Martin Chege, and I'm excited to be with you. In our previous episode, we talked about websites as the foundations of digital transformation. We talked about how websites serve as your digital storefront and the need for them to be inviting, functional, and secure. We also explored some of the features that we think can set your website for growth, engagement, and a strong online presence. Today, we are taking things further by looking at how mobile apps can turbocharge the user experience, making our interactions smoother, faster, and more personal. These small but powerful tools do not just enhance your digital storefront, they bring the whole marketplace at the palm of your hand. As always, if you are ready to unlock the potential of mobile apps in your life or business, like this video to show your enthusiasm, drop a comment sharing which app you cannot live without, and do not forget to subscribe so you never miss any future episodes of Market Hacks Unplugged. Alright, but before we embark into the why mobile apps are indispensable today, I'd like to take a step back and explore their fascinating evolution. Understanding where it all began will give us a deeper appreciation to their transformative power. So we can look at an historical perspective of how mobile apps came to be, so that we can be able to understand how mobile apps have transitioned from what they were to how we see them currently, and be able to appreciate the sort of work and ingenuity that has been put by people throughout that evolution. So the first stage, we can call it the beginnings. So we can say that the story of mobile apps is nothing short of revolutionary. Taking a look at mobile apps back in the day, we find that mobile apps, that is the era before smartphones, mobile apps came pre-installed simple applications such as calculators, calendars, and simple games. In fact, one of the flagship mobile phone that was very dominant back in the day was the Nokia 3310, which was launched some 20 years ago. And this was quite an iconic phone, and it had, as we can probably look at, it had very basic applications. So one of the applications that the phone had was messaging. So it was able to do messaging and a host of other minute features. So these were very basic applications. And if you can remember, one of the very exciting feature that phone had, I mean, if you are old enough to be born during those days, was the snake game. So the snake game was one of the most loved games back in the day from that phone. Yeah, so that one was one of the phones. And then we also had, from these ones, which was very basic, we had the likes of, you can see, we had the likes of the Palm Pilot. This one was a product that was launched in the early 2000s, and as you can see, this one, there was a minimal upgrade on this one. In fact, this was a personal digital assistant. and so it wasn't a phone per se, but it had some applications. So we can look at that. So some of the applications that were there, this is just a digital assistant. So mostly involved managing contacts, managing calendars, managing tasks, notes, communicating via email, and handling documents. So as you can see, the device was handheld, and you could use a stylus pen to navigate through it. But still, it was sort of innovative at the time because it digitized most of those processes. All right. Another device that we can look at in the early beginnings of mobile apps is BlackBerry 5810. That was a phone that was launched around 2002. As you can see, the phone had some improvement. Pairing it with the Nokia 3310, this one had some more functionalities or maybe applications. So mostly these were apps that were mainly used in the office, and so most people that were in the corporate world enjoyed this one because it helped digitize some of the things that they were looking for. And it also was able to sync with some of the desktops and laptops that were there in the time. These early devices were sort of the foundations of what was going to come. There was an improvement in terms of the screen size and as well as the applications that were being developed. So from the basic ones such as the calculator, and now we had web browsing, we had office applications, and this one's now what was used now to be the groundwork for the modern applications. From there we had the modern applications, modern apps. One of the revolutionary one that we can look at is we had the iPhone was one of the gadgets that revolutionized the mobile technology. And the first iPhone, that is iPhone 1, was launched by Steve Jobs in the year 2007. So Apple didn't just launch a new device. They redefined technology with a touch screen interface and the OS operating system. So there was an introduction of something new, and as we can see here, this is one exciting product that Steve Jobs launched. And this iPhone contained a number of things. One was the iPod that was contained in the phone, and it was inside now what he considered a revolutionary phone. And this phone had an internet communicator, and now combined he made a revolutionary mobile phone that sort of became the revolutionary of mobile phones at the time. And this is what they called the iPhone 1. From there on, we had Apple continued its work, and in 2000, from the basic applications that were there in the first launch of the iPhone, that is iPhone 1, now Apple was able to launch a platform where developers could now publish their apps, iOS based applications. So remember now sort of giving now developers the power to develop apps. From that time henceforth, now people have been able to develop very many applications for various things. And as you can see now, the applications are the look and feel of the applications as well as their capabilities has grown as well. Google at the time, which was they were competing, also launched Google Play Store. So at the time it was called the Android market, and this is where now Google was able to allow developers to build on top of their Android OS, which is they had just released their Android version 1, which gave power to manufacturers of phones to be able to use that Android to build their mobile phones. And so that's how, Android and iOS started off. So now, so these were very, revolutionary times. They marked the start of the future of the modern apps that we see now. Now, from here now, we, the sort of applications that have been developed, their functionalities have gone on to improve. So, for example, nowadays we have wearable. So these are still mobile applications, but then they have, you can have sensors all over. So one of the most common one is the wearable, the smartwatches. And so in these smartwatches, we have sort of sensors that can be used to log into data from the sensors into the phones, which now have better processing. So as you can see, the evolution has, from those basic snake games to sort of what we are talking about. In fact, there's another exciting application. So as you can see, this is tech-enabled farming, where cows are able to wear headsets. So the story is that in places like Russia during winter, the animals or the cows are not able to graze because it's too cold, and they don't have, there's no green grass. So when they wear these headsets, the headsets give them the visuals of green grass. And that's why you can see from this, they're really enjoying the grass, because from what they can see, they're eating some very green grass. So the applications of mobile apps have really grown, and so these have given developers as well as users a lot of power, and there are a lot of things that now you can do using these mobile applications. So that is a walkthrough of basically the evolution of mobile apps, starting from the days of simple calculators to now what we are seeing, and this is expected to, with more advanced technology, we are expecting this to grow, and that just points to the capacity and the capabilities that mobile apps have, especially the modern ones, and the sort of data that they are able to collect for you, and they promise a lot of value. And now that we've covered maybe sort of some historical perspective of where our modern apps came from, we can now look at the value that mobile apps have for you as a user, or maybe a business person, and be able to see how we can be able to tap into that power in our efforts to do digital transformation. So this one now, as you can see there, is mobile apps have unique value that maybe some other tools are not able to capture, such as websites. So the first one that you discover or that you find out is that mobile apps have personalization at scale. So one of the greatest strengths of mobile apps is the ability to offer personalized experiences. So unlike other tools such as websites, mobile apps are able to collect a lot more data, including location, past behaviors and preferences, so that they're able to serve you, or maybe be more personalized, and they can also be able to help the whoever is serving you that particular service to be able to understand you better and give you better service. So take for example Netflix. This app doesn't just show you what's trending, it shows you what you're most likely to watch based on your history. This kind of customization builds loyalty and engagement like nothing else. So you just come and, depending on what you've been watching, the app is able to, suggest for you content that you actually find very engaging. Another value that mobile apps have, that complements maybe the other tools such as websites, is the speed and their offline access. So mobile apps are very fast, they load very fast if they are built correctly and implemented well. So this is a game changer for businesses in remote areas or for users on the go. So when you have issues with internet and you have mobile apps, you don't need to sort of load pages all the time. You can actually download them and sort of be able to access them offline. Okay. The next value that mobile apps have is they have very deep device integration. So apps can do things which are websites cannot natively be able to do. They are able to, mobile apps, because of the way they are built on top of their native phone operating systems, they're able to access some of the features like camera, the GPS, and so many other features of your phone in such a way that the limit to what they can actually do for you depends on just the app. So for instance, if you wanted to maybe get some furniture from IKEA, you can be able to see how that particular furniture will look in your home before you purchase it, because of the functionalities that the app has been built to. So you're able to sort of capture your room and then be able to sort of position the particular furniture that you're looking, and then try to see whether that is a fit for you. That is the sort of power that some of these apps give you. The other value that mobile apps give you is push notifications. So push notifications are they have 90% open rate compared to emails or any other sort of notifications, because they come straight to your phone and you cannot miss them. So this is particularly valuable for entrepreneurs or even startups and individuals, because you're able to remind users about maybe some of the offers that you have as a business, and also the user is able to see those offers in time by just looking at the push notifications that they are alerted with. So the other thing is another value that mobile apps have is higher engagement and retention. So mobile apps, the good thing with them is they're already on your phone, so a user does not need to sort of go and start browsing to look for something. So once a user is convinced and they have a certain application, then it's in their phone, and it's probably one of the places that they look at whenever they open their phone. So before you probably go to browse on Chrome, most of the time you access your WhatsApp, your email app, your Spotify app, and so on and so forth. So they basically have a higher conversion rate as well as engagement. So having a mobile app is really useful and can sort of give you a lot of value in that regard. So if you sort of look at maybe some of the ways that you use your applications, so that you can try to find out how mobile apps relate to you. So how do mobile apps drive our daily lives? So one of the things that you can just look at probably some of the apps that I normally use. So occasionally you can start your morning using Bolt food. So if you need to request maybe some breakfast. Maybe you just need some coffee or some hearty Kenyan meal delivered to you. You can use a Bolt food app. Another thing is probably you just want to declutter. You just go to your phone. Probably you have Pigiame, and you can easily sell some of those old microwave that you have in the house, or some of those unused things that you have, and actually get new ones from there, right? So if you need to, for example, go somewhere, you just need to get a little cab. So there's an app for that, and a lot of hassle is eliminated in all these things. So another thing is, if, for example, you are into the business of fresh foods or fresh market products, you just need to have maybe an app like Twiga Foods, because you're able to track your delivery or your request and be able to sort of manage all that. All right. And another thing is probably another app that is very common. Most of us use it, is your M-Pesa. So you use your M-Pesa. If you just need to make payments, you just go to your M-Pesa, and you make your payments. And for example, if you wanted to buy medicine nowadays, you can do it through the MyDawa. So you just go to have that app and look for the medicine that you need, and be able to look at it and get that. So there are also some exciting new ones. For example, there's one that I came across. It's called Wowzi. That's WOWZI. So this one now is able to connect small businesses with everyday Kenyans to promote their product. So making marketing it easy. So you can see, like, apps are sort of quite valuable, especially in our digital era, because a lot of things are happening digitally, and you want to meet maybe your customers or your users where they are. So now that you understand or that we understand the power and the value that mobile applications have for us, so as an individual, you know how to probably simplify your life. You can use mobile app. So we've seen how valuable they are. They are games. If you just go to sort of like Play Store or maybe App Store for iPhone users and just look at some of the trending apps, it's very easy to discover some exciting applications over there, and you can have your life optimized. So if you are a startup founder or maybe an entrepreneur, then you can think of maybe how can I use a mobile app to maybe meet the users of my audience more, or my target clients more, and in that way maybe look at how you can acquire that, develop that. If you're a business leader as well, you need to see where the gaps are in your business, and what value can apart from maybe you having a website, what value can mobile apps do for you? And then you contact someone who is developers that can really do the job well, and have that done for you. So I'm going to leave some links in the description so that you can have some of those properly done. All right. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of MarketHacks Unplugged. That's episode 2, where we evaluated the value of mobile apps and how they can improve our lives as well as our businesses. If today's insight helped you or opened your eyes into ways you can transform your personal or professional lives, kindly share this episode to your friends as well, so that they can get the value that maybe you got. Until next time, kindly remember to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe so that you do not miss our future episodes. All right, see ya.